Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. Today we're going to start a new series, in Oxygen Not Included. I wanted to do a different asteroid than Terra, which is the one that I did last time, because I'm looking for a bit more of a challenge. I don't want to go to the hardest difficulty yet, so I thought we would go for the next more difficult tier of asteroids, which include Oceania, Verdante, and Rime. And I put a poll on my channel to see what everyone preferred that I play on, and overwhelmingly the answer was Rime. 169 votes and 55% were for Rime. So we're going to do Rime, and when the word Rime came up, I immediately thought of Bust A Rimes, which is why I'm naming this series Bust A Rime. And along that theme, I'm going to name some of my dupes after famous rappers. Quick disclaimer though, I usually listen to rock music and jazz, so I'm not like an expert on the rap genre, so don't have too high expectations for me, but I'm familiar with some of the work. Alright, so first thing is I need to roll for some good characteristics. I definitely don't want metal pour. I think I do want subsurface ocean. I would like to have irregular oil. And maybe one other one. Frozen core, no. I don't want volcanoes because Rime already has, I think, at least 5 volcanoes. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna re-roll this a few times to see what I can come up with. Okay, here's a good one. Subsurface ocean, small boulders, irregular oil, and geodes. Sounds like a good combination to me. I'm also going to increase the difficulty by 1 setting for disease, for morale, and for stress. I'm going to leave hunger at default though, because I don't want to deal with more calories, I don't think. But we'll turn up the difficulty on these other 3 by 1 slot to make things a little more challenging. Okay. Hopefully I won't get anything too crazy, because I'm still trying to figure this game out. So the next step is to roll my dupes, and I'm probably going to have to pause recording while I do some re-rolls. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to roll, well, let's think about this for a minute. Rime is going to be very cold. So early in the game, I'm probably going to want to build a lot of insulated tiles. And those take a long time to build. So maybe instead of 2 diggers and a researcher, maybe I should do a digger, a builder, and a researcher. Yeah, so let me do that. I'm going to do some re-rolling on these guys, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I think I got a good combination here. So Digger Ellie, and by the way, I'm going to start putting the profession as a prefix on all the names so that I can remember what their specialty is. So Digger Ellie's got +7 excavation, quick learner, and squeamish. Builder Chuck D has got +7 construction, which gives 175 construction speed. And then he's also got mole hands, which gives +75% digging speed. So I think this will be a good compromise. And then gastrophobia. And then Professor Abe has researching +7, quick learner for even more faster research, even more faster, and gastrophobia. So we have 2 that can't cook and 1 that can't doctor. But I think we'll be good. So let's see what we get. Right away, I don't see a lot of water, which has me slightly worried. Okay, here's some water. All right, so here's the issue with Rime. Turn on the temperature overlay. and we have a little bit of warm mass immediately surrounding us, and the rest of it is cold. Okay, 9 degrees, 10 degrees. The water is 13°C. We've got some polluted water up here. Man, we have slime right next to us, so we'll probably need to avoid that to begin with. Although the polluted water over here is rather warm. That's curious. Kind of a strange combination of temperatures over here. You got 34°C clay, and then right next to it we have minus 29°C ice. There's some warmth over here. I'm not sure what's going to be up there. This is kind of a weird setup. Never seen anything like this before. Okay, and then looks like we can see where the oxalate is. So, like I said, we've got cold temperatures all around us. So I think my beginning strategy ought to be, well, it's going to have to be to control temperatures. So I'm going to try, because we need to grow food. And, you know, mealwood's got to be at least 10°C or it won't grow. And that's usually what I'm using for food at the beginning. Bristle blossom is a little more robust. That'll handle 5 degrees. So maybe we'll do bristle blossom in addition to or instead of mealwood. I'll probably try to do both at least anyway. In the meantime, let's start digging over this way so that we can get at the water. And then immediately get rid of all those messages. And then as far as base planning goes, I think I'll have my ladder come down here. Wait a minute. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to shortcut to the ladder. If I come down there, I have one tile on each side. That'll kind of put the water out of the way of my main stairwell, or at least the one on this side. And I think I'm going to make the floors 18 tiles wide. And the reason is because if each floor is 18 tiles wide and I have a door on each end, that gives me a 16 by 4 room, which is 64 tiles, which is the maximum room size for many of the room types. Not all of them, of course. Some of them can be bigger. But I'll probably, at least for the core of the base, I'll limit the room size to 64 tiles. And we'll speed this up a little bit. I'm going to bust through that little bit of oxalate there. What do I keep hitting? G? No, V? Yeah, okay, it's V that I'm hitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, another floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and another floor. So here's where we will dig to put our pitcher pump. And we'll need to get that one out too. I guess I don't need to dig that up just yet. Okay, and the rest of you cats can start digging out that portion too. We can put some ladder segments on the other side. So my plan is to have, on this side, I'll have, you know, my standard 3 wide, whatever you want to call this, ladder corridor. On the other side, I'm going to go with a space that is 6 ladders wide. Now, the reason I want to do that is for a couple reasons. The main one is just so that I have more space. Let's see, do I want 6 or 7? Yeah, 6. 6 ladders. No, it's going to be 7 wide. Like this, plus this tile here. The reason I want that is because I want to have my main, I guess my main elevator shaft or whatever you want to call it. I want it to be wide enough that I can run multiple pipes and heavy watt wire and things like that. Because the ones that are only 3 wide tend to run out of space. And I'm also going to leave 1 tile so that I can leave a natural tile at the end of each floor. See, I'm already kind of stuck in. I want to leave 1 natural tile so that hopefully if I get a pip, I can plant something there and turn it into a nature reserve for the morale boost. Okay, and where should we put our bathroom? I think this is probably a good spot. Unfortunately, that means that I'm going to need to dig up this mealwood. Rather than leaving it growing naturally. And we'll need to put a tile there as well. Okay. So I'll cancel that. That got dug out enough. I want to make sure I get at least 1 toilet and a wash basin before the cycle's over. Okay, that's room for 4, 2, 3, 4, and then a door. Alright, so let's see if we can get 2 of each in here before the cycle ends, so that we don't have any messes on the floor. And if we have enough time after that, we'll make some beds. Yeah, let's cancel that for now. We don't need to spend time on that. Okay, and while they're working, we can set priorities. Alright, so Abe is our researcher. I'll also give him secondary tasks and deprioritize building and digging. Uh-oh. Tell you what, I'm going to make this top priority to prevent them from stopping for a break until they get that toilet built. At least I think they'll do that. There we go. I wish my builder was doing that instead of the professor. Alright, well the professor might be either hungry or tired in the morning. We'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, he didn't get to eat. Alright, well we did have to dig more than usual to get at the water, so that's not too surprising. Alright, so let's continue with priorities. Supplying, operating. Okay, builder's gonna have priority on building and a little bit on digging. And Ellie will be the other way around. And I'm gonna give very high priority to attacking to everyone, high for life support, and very high for toggling. And I think that's all I want to mess with right now. Actually, let's do disallowed on the research. Except for the professor. Okay, and let's build a door so that we can start to get the room bonus there. And we can build a bedroom. Where shall we build the bedroom? I usually like to go above, so let's make the bedroom up here, although in doing so I'm going to release all that carbon dioxide. So let's not do that. Let's put the bedroom over here. That means I'm going to have to build tiles. Put a door. Let's throw in a few cots. And I'm going to need... yeah, I guess we'll put in those tiles too. And we'll need one here to close it off. There. That should do it. So if I go to F11, I've got my latrine bonus, and I'll get my barracks bonus, which will disappear temporarily until I get all these tiles built. Alright, and I'm going to replace these with sandstone tiles as well. Now one thing I'm considering as a strategy for this map, all this cold stuff surrounding us has a certain amount of mass. When you dig up a tile, its mass decreases by half. So once we excavate some room for the basic necessities of our dupes, we can dig out all the rest of the natural tiles in the area so that there's less cold or less negative heat inside the base. So that's what I'm going to do once I get enough space to get some things done. We'll start to put insulated tiles around, and then I'm just going to dig out 100% of everything inside the insulated tiles. And then we could even sweep it all and put it into storage outside of the base so that we don't even have these chunks of stuff inside the base absorbing heat. Okay. So let's see, there's my ladders plus that. Alright. So these are the last two. That'll be the extent of that floor. Alright, so let's put in some power. How far does the light go? Alright, so I'm going to put my research station over here, because then it'll be inside the light provided by the printing pod, and we'll get a little bit of productivity bonus there. And then I'll put my generator right there. We'll put a couple of batteries, and then we'll run the power. And as much as possible, I'm going to try to run power lines and pipes and things through the floor tiles, just for the decor. Okay, can I dig over that far? No. Alright, so I'm probably going to have to avoid digging down on this side until I get some digging skill. Alright. Here we've got a somewhat warm area, so I think we could use this as... oh, I can't do any food yet. Okay. We'll start growing some mealwood up there. Alright. So as usual, I'll just do... I'm not going to do meal preparation yet. I'll do basic farming first so that we can get planter boxes. And then I'll dig out the rest of the bathroom. We can work on schedules. Let's create a few more schedules. Alright, so the first schedule, we're going to have 2 hours of sleep, 2 hours of downtime, 1 hour of bath time. And then the other schedules, I'll just shift the bedtime so that the bedtime is always in a different time slot. Alright, and I've only got 2 toilets right now, so I'll just have... We'll try to limit it to have 2 dupes per shift. Right, and I think what we're going to find is that with this dupe that we've got, the research should go very, very fast with all the speed bonuses he's got. And we'll be getting the chance for a new dupe already in the next cycle. So let's think about what we want. We've got digging, building, and researching. Oh, and they're idle. That's not good. Okay, so let's go 18 tiles. Let's dig that out. And we can dig out down here as well. But like I said before, I'm gonna try to avoid any pockets of CO2 for the moment, since I don't have that much to begin with. Oxygen pressure right now is quite good because of the oxalite that we've got here. Now, one of the strategies for getting some heat is to use batteries, right? Batteries generate, these generate 1.25 kilodTUs each. The manual generator generates some heat. The algae, what do we call that thing? Oxygen diffuser generates some heat. So I'm gonna try to cram a lot of buildings in here as early as possible, because that'll help keep things warm. Let's speed this up a bit. And actually, you know what, guys? I would prefer if you did this part up here first, because that's where I want to put some plants. Okay, and that research is done. What should we do next? Big batteries would be good. In fact, that's probably really the best thing we can do right now. Let's go all the way to internal combustion so that we get coal generators. The coal generator will create some heat as well. Okay, and then I'm just going to put in some planter boxes up here. Now, to maintain dupes, we need 5 mealwood plants per dupe. So with 3 and soon to be 4, we would need about 20. How many is this? That's 13. Okay. I don't have enough seeds now anyway, so... Alright, and now they have nothing to do, so... I say we just keep digging. Again, just to reduce the mass of cold stuff inside the base. Okay, and then for the polluted dirt that will eventually start coming out of the toilets, I will use compost, because the composter creates heat as well. Right, that makes 1.13 kilodTUs, and the dirt that comes out is 75C. Okay, so that'll help. We got to be careful of this oxalite dissolving and getting somebody stuck, or evaporating, I should say. Okay, who have we got? We have Marie, who does supply, research, Grease Monkey, and Pacifist. And then we've got Mima, who's a slow learner with a bottomless stomach, so definitely do not want Mima. And I don't want any dirt, and I don't think I want oxyfern seeds either, because I want to use machinery as much as possible to take care of oxygen and CO2. So I think we'll take Marie, and we will make her a gopher. So I'm just going to call her Gopher Marie. Okay, so let's set her priorities. So she is going to do supplying as a high priority, storing and tidying as secondary priorities, and let's put operating as a secondary priority, and then we'll demote digging and building in favor of the others. Yeah, and she'll be helpful in making the base run smoothly. And our newest dupe is also the only one with a skill point, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but so be it. We also didn't get to infinitely reroll until we got perfect skills, so I guess it's fair. Right. And again, a lot of times I would just leave the natural tiles rather than replace everything with sandstone from the beginning, but like I said earlier, I'm just trying to get more mass, or trying to have less mass inside the base to help keep things from getting too cold. Okay, I can dig igneous rock, but not granite. And then I am hoping that I get a cool steam geyser close by. That would make our lives infinitely easier. Sometimes you can see neutronium with the temperature overlay. I can't in this case. I wonder why that's so warm. I wonder if there's something over there. Well, let's try digging over this way. See what we find. Actually, let's dig all 4 tiles and see what we find. Okay, I've already got 6 of those. Alright, coal generators and big batteries are done. What next? Let's get our supercomputer unlocked so that we can start going to insulated tiles. Oh, and I forgot to put Marie on her schedule. Okay, lots of oxygen down here, and food to harvest as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so this corridor we're digging out like that. Alright, I'll try to avoid digging out the oxalite. Let's not dig that out either, and then I'll just set to harvest all these natural plants, although the mealwood I should dig up so that I can plant them. So I will dig up the mealwoods. The rest of the stuff I'll just leave untouched. Yeah, let's dig out all this copper ore too. Okay, wonderful. Let's see. How far is that? 16. All right, I'll just leave it at that again, so I don't want to open up the CO2 pocket just yet. How's our temperature over here? Yeah, see, it's just on. It's getting close to disagreeable temperatures already over here for the mealwood. How are we doing here? Maybe I should put the mealwood farm down here, actually. I can get 18 plants. Okay, we are flying through the research here. Okay. Let's just beeline to insulated tiles. That'll also give us space heaters, which will be useful. And then I'm going to want to rush towards tepidizers. I don't recall where those are. Oh yeah, up here on liquid tuning. Because a tepidizer will allow us to heat up large bodies of liquid, like all of our water. And that could be quite helpful to us. Okay, so what have we got over here? Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay, these hexalent plants are really valuable on this map. You can only harvest them one time, but you get about 6,000 calories from them. So those are great to pick up wherever we find those. Okay, I don't see any neutronium. Another way you can look for it is by pressing P, because all the geysers will, yeah, here we go. All the geysers will have a priority on them. Right? So you press P and those numbers will stick out. All right, so there's a geyser of some kind down here. I'll just mark it off there so I remember where it is. I can't dig that. Let's see if there's any others. And there's also a trick you can do, which I'm not going to do because I think it's something of an exploit. If you're in the priority screen, you can put it on top priority, and if you go over the geyser, you'll get a yellow alert, and if you hover over the yellow alert, it'll tell you what kind of geyser it is. But I don't want to do that. I think it'll be more fun if we just discover these things naturally. Okay, so I'm going to want to start digging down towards that. Because, like I said, my hope is that it'll be some kind of a steam geyser. So let's dig over from here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get over there just yet, but we can start digging things out. And I'll dig over here so I don't have to bother with the ladders. Well, no, I'm going to need a ladder anyway. Okay, well, let's dig this far and we'll see what's what. That's going to take a while. Okay, and we've got some hatches, which is great. I'm definitely going to want to farm some hatches. Okay, I think cycle 6 is when we get... am I still getting a room bonus? Yeah. I think cycle 6 is when we get our first skill points. Okay, and we'll put in our supercomputer, because we're going to need that to do the next bit of research. And where should we place our first power plant? I think it would be good to put it close to the plants because... Okay, I'm going to dig... Let's see. I'm just going to dig... Well, I'll dig a few of these up, not all of them. This one's not going to grow anymore because it's too cold. Over here, Yeah, that might not grow on this end either. We'll give it a try. And then maybe we can start going... In fact, let me dig all these up. And we'll do bristle blossoms up here. So those are more temperature tolerant. And I'm not going to worry about the location of my water right now. Eventually I want to consolidate all the water and get it out of the way of my ladder system, but for now I don't care. Okay, and that's the only hexalent fruit I see. Let's just start digging over there. Ooh, I'm going to have to go through abyssalite. It's going to be a long time before I can do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to wait. What have I got over here? Dirt, igneous rock, granite. Yeah, I can't go through granite yet either, so I think it'll be a while before I'm going to be able to do some of that stuff. Skill point earned. Awesome. The professor gets advanced research, and just in time. Now we can use the supercomputer. Good job, buddy. Okay. What else do I need to do? Let's take that out, and we'll build more beds. I should have 8 beds, but I'm avoiding that square for now so that the carbon dioxide stays locked in there. That's oxalate. We want to get that opened up. And how are we doing on oxygen? We're still looking good on oxygen. Let's open up the rest of this floor so that the CO2 can start to flow down and out of our way. And we'll, I guess while we're at it, you know, we'll just dig all of that out because that'll give us a nice CO2 well. And the rest of these plants in here we'll harvest. Okay, so I think we'll get another new dupe today. All right, Digger Ellie's got hard digging. That's awesome. And Chuck D should be getting a skill point soon as well. Yeah, and we'll be able to dump a lot of CO2 down there. I'm gonna need tiles here. All right, how are we doing on temps? Yeah, so you can see how these machines are creating quite a bit of heat. And then I'll put my coal generator under here, and that'll give us a heat source close to our plants. So let's do that. And I'll put the coal generator right next to the edge so that the CO2 will flow down. We'll connect that to a big battery this time. And this is temporary. This is not going to be its permanent location by any means. In fact, I think probably on the right side of my main ladder well, I think I'll reserve that for utilities, you know, things like power generation, and stuff. Can't think of any other examples right now. Okay, and we'll give him improved construction. Okay, so I can make insulated tiles now, and I can also make space heaters. So we want to charge now towards the liquid tepodizer, which is a chain of 4 different bits of research. Let's get that started. And let's continue to replace these tiles. I don't know when they're going to get around to doing this. But actually, I think... Let's see. I don't have farm tiles yet. I also can't put in lights yet, so bristle blossoms might be a bit premature. Alright, so we'll just let the mealwood keep going. Okay. Now in this case I've got these natural tiles that I'm leaving here, so I can't run wire or anything through them. So I'm going to have to cut around them in some cases. I'll just do that. Okay. Dupe number 5. Let's see what we got. Lyra. No. Otto, farming. But he's also unconstructive and narcoleptic. Not a good combo. Nisbet. Digging and suit wearing. Those will be good long term, actually. Buff, biohazardous. Yeah, let's take Nisbet. Except I'm going to call her Digger Missy. And she'll be our second. Although, maybe I should take these pip eggs. Because I don't know how long. Pips don't occur naturally on this asteroid. I don't know how many chances I'm going to get for pips. That's a tough call. No, we'll worry about the pips later. Right now I think I need the hands. I need the hands more than I need critters. Okay, so Digger Missy, you are going to mirror Digger Ellie in terms of your priorities. So digging, building, and that was it, right? Yeah. Okay, and I should be able to dig out the granite now. Now that Ellie's been leveled up. Okay, oxygen pressures are starting to fall just a little bit. So let's put an oxygen diffuser over here. And to make things consistent, let's do that like I did up there. Okay. Well, I think we're off to a pretty good start. I still can't make a dining room / mess hall. But I think we're doing pretty well on food. Stress. Missy's got a little bit of stress. Why? She just got here. Nobody's even had a chance to yell at her or anything. What is she stressed about? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just because she started with glum. So she started off with 10% stress because of my difficulty settings. So that should be gone. That should be gone by the time she wakes up or soon thereafter. Okay, can I dig into obsidian? I cannot. Man, that's a bummer. Okay, what have I got here? Granite. Alright, so let's build some ladder, but we'll build it out of granite over here so that we don't have to trouble ourselves. I hate to have to wait for level 3 to find out what this is, but I also don't want to... Well... let me see something. What can't I dig? Okay, I can't dig the obsidian. And I can't dig abyssalite. So if this turned out to be something bad for me... Well, if it turns out to be something bad, I can build insulated tile right here. And across the top. And close it in on two sides. And what's the worst thing? What if it's a volcano, it's really hot, and it starts to warm up my base? Wouldn't that be a shame? Okay, so I'm gonna dig those 3 tiles and see if that will tell me what this thing is. Alright, and I'm gonna make that priority 6. So that hopefully we can make our discovery here before the end of this episode. And let's get this power station set up. Looks like we got a toilet needs cleaning. I think I will add a 3rd toilet and sink. Even though we're on shifts of 2 each, let's see. I'm going to put Builder Chuck D on the 3rd schedule. Because I think I'd like to have my 2 diggers working together. I can hear something. What is it? Oh, come on. Don't stop now. Jeez. And it is a... Alright, one more. I don't know if they can get to it. Yeah, I think they can. Come on. One more tile. I can see the edge of it. It's purple, which means it's probably not a cool steam vent. Ooh, okay. It's a hydrogen vent. Ooh. Okay, hydrogen comes out at 500 C. That's not really something that we can deal with right now. So, what have I got around here? I think I have some mafic rock. So I'll make an insulated tile out of mafic rock, and we'll just plug that up. Actually, let's just... Yeah, we'll just plug that up like that. And we'll come back for that at a later time. Let's prioritize that. I want to get that done before it starts erupting. Yeah, 500 C. That's kind of a lot. I can't deal with 500 C. I can't touch it. I can't even make pumps or pipes that can support it yet, really. I mean, the pipes maybe, but liquid pump or a gas pump, all I've got is iron and copper, and both of those will melt. Well, they won't melt, but they'll overheat. Okay, so we've got hydrogen, which is great because that's going to give us another source of electricity. And here's another geyser down here. Okay, so next task. And again, let's use local materials here. I've got granite and igneous rock, so looks like granite is what I've got the most of. And that presents me with the same combination of materials that we have over here, but at least we'll be able to see what that is. Do we have any other geysers yet? I really want a cool steam geyser because that'll give me 90-degree water that I can pump through my base to keep it nice and warm. How much coal do I have? Only 2 tons. That's not very much. Let's look for some coal. What color is coal on this thing? Please don't tell me there's no coal on this map. Oh, consumable ore. Rust. Oxalite. Okay, there's some coal. Oh, I've got a nice big bunch of it over there. Okay, is that the end? No, one more. And that's sand, so we'll need to put tile there. And over here. Okay, so let's dig out all that coal. I'll get that first, and then we can dig out under here as well. That'll give us even more of it. There, that'll give us a lot of coal. Okay, and let's look at heat. All right, so we can see over here we're getting some warmth from our generator and our oxygen diffuser. We're getting some warmth out of our batteries. That's essentially all we're getting in terms of warmth. Okay, we do have space heaters, so we can place a space heater over here to help heat the plants over on this side. So it's good that we've got the coal, because running the machines for temperature is going to burn through more of it than we might do otherwise. And we're still doing okay on food, although we're not really getting ahead of things. I should have 25 plants. So I've got 19 right now, or 19 there, plus 14. Okay, yeah, so I should have enough mealwood growing to support all of these plants. And temporarily, I'm going to uproot those so they can get planted over here where it's warmer. Yeah, this one's already too cold. Nobody ever bothered to dig that one up. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for the first episode. Hope you're enjoying this so far. I know I am. I feel like we're off to a pretty good start. Let's take another gander over here. Alright, no, we haven't really uncovered anything interesting over on that side. So, we've already found a hydrogen vent. We're on our way to find another geyser, which may or may not be useful. Hopefully it is. We've got food coming in. I think after this floor, we should start putting in insulation. Yeah. So why don't we do like 3 sections, 1, 2, and 3, a third one over here. We'll do maybe 4 or 5 floors, and then we'll start walling things in. Alright, so we'll just start closing things in with insulated tiles as we move forward. Oh, what did I make those out of? Sandstone. Okay, good. And we'll put an airlock. Actually, I'll just leave out the airlock. I don't know that that necessarily helps in terms of heat loss. That's an interesting setup. Okay, so we'll start insulating the entire base. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have the water. Alright. These toilets really need to figure more prominently into everyone's world right now. I've got 2 of them out of order. Uh-oh. What's wrong with Marie? She's got food poisoning. She ate a germ-covered muckroot. How did she do that? Somebody got their germy hands on the muckroot. You know what I think the problem was? I didn't set the permissions on this door fast enough. So for the bathroom, I need the dupes to only be able to exit through the sinks. So that's why on this door I set it so that we can only enter the bathroom through this door. We can't exit. So that way when they touch the toilets or the compost heap, they'll have to go past the sinks before they can leave. Okay, let's not dig that up yet. So how we doing? See, the space heater doesn't... Well, it makes 18 DTU, so that's a lot more heat than any of my machines make. And it only uses 120 watts, which is not too terrible. I think our next dupe really needs to be a farmer. Okay, so we've got the tepodizer. The other thing that would help us warm things up would be an electrolyzer. Can I do an electrolyzer yet? Because with the electrolyzer... Where is the electrolyzer? There it is, under air systems. Okay, so let's do the electrolyzer next. Because the electrolyzer will allow us to convert, as you know, water into oxygen and hydrogen, but the nice feature of it is that the oxygen and hydrogen come out of the electrolyzer at 70 degrees. Hello, little fella. What do you eat? They frequently excrete bursts of polluted oxygen. That's interesting. Do you have any benefits? Okay, so I guess it eats polluted dirt? Okay, severe risk of disease. Okay, we're going to get rid of the morb. Okay. Alright, and the compost got a 7, so I'm expecting that polluted dirt to get hauled over there with haste. Let's check our germs again. Alright, it looks pretty good. I don't see too many. Alright, so now these plants are back and growing again. Due to the space heater, I presume. Okay, so we got electrolyzers. That's good. Wasn't I supposed to end this episode? I think I said I was done. All right. That's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you next time.